All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, team. Let's put this up here. Let's go where's that? There we go. So today we're going to be talking about exactly what it is that we're looking for in the markets. We do this each and every day to break down the moves and setups that we are expecting to see. If you just give me 1 second, we will go ahead and we will get started. I know because I haven't started it yet. All right.
Are you just making that as far as like
It's already streaming on YouTube. All right. There we go. Bing. All right, just give me 1 second and we will go ahead and get started. Let's pull the chat up over here so that I can see you guys. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So we're going to get started with what it is that we're looking for here today in the markets. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at our step-by-step checklist, which is what we go through each and every day when we hop onto the markets. Welcome, Jay. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So in terms of this here today, what are we going to be starting with? Well, you guys know the deal. You guys know the drill. For those of you who have been here for quite some time, you guys know exactly what it is that we do each and every day. We're going to go through, again, this step-by-step checklist here, starting with the first thing. So the first thing that we want to do when we hop onto the markets and every day, let me just make sure I get my background right. Gotta have a blue background. All right, there we go. So morning, Jay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So in terms of this, the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're trading 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the reason why we want to do this is because this is where we typically see the most volume. This is when the New York Stock Exchange actually opens up, and we typically see an influx in volume at this time. So how does that apply to the charts? Well, if we go to, let's say, our 5-minute time frame, we take a look yesterday, right? Yesterday, you can see at 9:30, this is our 9:30 candle. We got this impulsive move to the upside. So pre-market, we were moving pretty slow here, right? And then when the 9:30 opened, we got an influx in volume. We were able to catch a banger move to the downside yesterday in our VIP with our VIP members, right? For those of you who are in the VIP, you guys were able to see this exact trade that we took that we're going to break down here today before we actually get into our step-by-step analysis of what we think is going to happen. So now that we know what time we want to trade, now we need to check my FX book for any news events for this session. Now this week, and especially over in the VIP, we went over all the different news events that we have this week, which is zilch, right? And typically news will add volume to our predetermined market structure. But since we have no high impacting news this week, then all of our price action or all of our market structure is going to be based strictly on price action. So the trade that we capitalized yesterday was not influenced by fundamentals. It was strictly influenced by the price action in the markets, right? So now what we need to do is we need to go and identify our 4-hour direction. Now, this is going to allow us to see the overall trend in the markets. We want to understand which direction can the markets go based on the larger time frame. So talk to me now, chat. This is where you guys get to help me set up my markets here today, right? So in terms of this 4-hour time frame, are we in a 4-hour bullish wave or a 4-hour bearish wave, chat? Is this a 4-hour bullish wave or is this a 4-hour bearish wave? And again, you guys are going to help me to set up my charts so that both you know what I'm looking for today and you help me to figure out what it is that I'm looking for today. So J Star says bearish, Jew says bearish, Blue Nova says bear, E-Man says bear, No Niche says bear, Felix says bearish. You guys are absolutely right. For those of you who are saying bearish, Mr. Scott, I see you with the bearish there, right? You guys are absolutely right. Mr. Scott, appreciate the follow. Miller too, appreciate the follow as well, right? Right, we're looking for we're bearish, right? Not to be confused with sales, Lori, right? Not to be confused with sales, but we're looking for the market to be bearish. I appreciate the heart me, Nova. I appreciate the heart me. So in terms of this 4-hour time frame, you guys just told me that the 4-hour time frame is bearish. That would be correct. Now, what's the next thing that we need to do, chat? What's the next thing that we need to do? We need to identify the direction on the 15-minute time frame. This is going to help us to understand, are we looking for a correction-based trade or are we looking for a continuation-based trade? The 4-hour time frame is technically bearish, but let's dial down to our 15-minute time frame and let's see what our 15-minute time frame is telling us. All right, welcome. If you guys are just joining us up, we're going through our step-by-step checklist that we go through each and every day, right? Each and every day we go through this step-by-step checklist. So in terms of this here, right, what is our current 15-minute wave? And what we're looking at is this wave here. This is the wave that we're looking at. So are we 15-minute bullish, chat, or are we 15-minute bearish? Talk to me, chat. What are we? Are we 15-minute bullish or are we 15-minute bearish? Right? What do we got? User, appreciate the follow. Jay says bull. E-Man says bill. Jew says bullish. Bullish says Tay. How did you get that to be upside down? Says bullish. Blue Nova bullish. I'm just Gab says bullish. Felix says bullish. Abiba says bullish. Lori says bull. Jack says bull. Mr. Scott bull. No niche bull. Dame bull. Star Live says bull. You guys are absolutely correct. Healing Between Broken says bullish, right? Denise, we are technical bullish on this 15-minute time frame. Now, the wave that we're looking for is this here. This is the wave that we're focusing on, right? This is the wave that we're focusing on. Website I use. Okay, word. Got you. All right, so in terms of this here, if the 15-minute is bullish and the 4-hour is bearish, are we looking for continuation trades or corrective structure-based trades, chat? Which one are we looking for? Is it going to be a continuation or is it going to be a corrective structure? Somebody who's been here for a while, because we're about to get into our favorite game here in a second. We're about to get into the game. So if you guys are just joining us up, make sure you stay because we are about to get into our favorite game for those of you who know what that is, right? So if our 15-minute is bullish and our 4-hour is bearish, that means that they are not in alignment. What would that mean for our trades here? We are looking for what type of market structure, and I'm going to show you guys here a little bit of a cheat code, right? So if our 4-hour time frame here is bullish with our 15-minute time frame being bullish, then that would be a continuation. If our 4-hour was bearish, hold on, let me draw on this thing so you guys can see. So if our 4-hour was bearish here and our 15-minute was bearish, this would be again a continuation trade. But since our 4-hour time frame is bearish right here and our 15-minute time frame is bullish, this is going to be a corrective trade. That means that they are not in alignment. They are going against one another, right? So what do we know about corrective structures? They're typically short-lived and lower and slower volume, right? Because our 4-hour time frame, which you guys told me, is bearish. Do you ever trade? I swear it's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, I trade. We traded live in our VIP yesterday and caught a banger on this move to the downside. We caught a banger on this move to the downside yesterday. You can see my executions there. Right? And that trade is getting broken down. So you'll be able to see the breakdown of the trade here today, right? So in terms of this, we are in a bullish market structure on our 15-minute and a bearish market structure on our 4-hour. So we're looking for a corrective structure based trade. Can I see the template again? If you want the template for our step-by-step checklist, you could DM me the word ACE and I'll send it to you. This is Scally Draw is actually something that I'm making a video or made a video off of so that you guys can be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming out to the YouTube sphere here shortly, right? Bro, he be smashing. I was trying to hold sales for hours yesterday, got brutally rejected. No worries. You got to DM me the word ACE, R2D2. R2D2. Yeah, that is R2D2. I said it fast, right? I said it mad fast. Yeah. DM me the word ACE and I'll send that to you so that you guys can have that. So now, chat, it's time to play our favorite game. You guys told me the 4-hour is bullish or the 4-hour is bearish and the 15-minute is bullish. So what is this game that we're about to play here, chat? What's the game? For those of you who've been here for a while, you guys know what this game is, right? R2D2, appreciate the follow. Smooth, appreciate you guys following up. Drop it in the chat if you know what we're about to play. Drop it in the chat if you know what we're about to play, chat. Talk to me. Staying true. Absolutely. We are about to be playing Cook or Be Cooked, chat. Now, this is a game where you guys to help me identify our key area of interest high and our key area of interest low. This is very, very important because this is where we're going to see our anticipated break of structure or our change of character. And a change of character is when our trend goes from being 15-minute bullish to now 15-minute bearish, right? This is when the market structure actually shifts, right? This is when the market structure actually shifts. And you're asking me, okay, Kai, well, why is that so important? Well, take a look at what happened yesterday. The market had pushed up here. We got to push down, another push up. Then we broke through this low here, shifting the market structure. You got a corrective structure here, and then a steeper move to the downside. I need you to be able to identify when the market is shifting from being bullish to now being bearish, or when being bearish to now being bullish. And this game is going to help you to identify that. So what we're going to be doing here, all of you guys who are here, you guys know what game this is, right? So the first thing that we have to identify is our key area of interest high, chat. Our key area of interest high. This is going to be the highest point in our market structure currently in the wave that we're looking at. So talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Is it 1 here? Is it 2 here? Or is it 3 here? And I gotta get the Jeopardy sound. That I gotta get that added. I have this sound. I gotta figure out how to add it up. I appreciate the follow, Wit. I appreciate the follow, Team Riri. Appreciate the follow, The Biz. Appreciate the follow, Rise and Shine. What is the answer? Appreciate the follow, Leo. So Built by Aaron says 1. What do we got here? Mr. says 2, Healing Between Broken says 1, Lori says 1, Star Life says 1, Built by Aaron is doubling down on the 1. I see you 3 times with that 1 there. Name says 1, Destiny Angel says 1, Lori, appreciate the follow. J Star says 1, Abiba says 1, Team Riri says 1, Erica says 1, Sohinko says 1. What do we got, chat? What do we got? What are we feeling? Are we feeling 1, 2, or 3? This is our key area of interest high. Again, if you guys are just joining us, we're playing Cook or Be Cooked, where you guys help me to set up where my key area of interest high and low are going to be. This is so important because it helps us to see where we can expect a break of structure or a change of character, a change in trend direction, right? Talk to me. Talk to me. My Time says 1. Lim says 1. Remy says 1. I'm sorry if I said that. Are you buying AMC stock? Its earnings? No, I will not. So Felix says 3. What is the answer, chat? What is the answer? If you guys said 2, you guys are absolutely cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow. If you thought 2 and you didn't put it in there, go ahead and drop a follow. You're absolutely cooked. This is not our key area of interest high, chat. This can't be our key area of interest high because it's not the highest point in our current wave. That can't be the key area of interest high. So now it's just between 2 or 3, chat. Now it's just between 2 or 3. Where we going? What we rocking? Is this the live into chart? Or it's between 1 and 3, excuse me, sorry. Is this the live into chart asking so that I can look at it on a bigger screen? Is this the live into chart? If you want to see the full chart, you can go on YouTube. We are live on YouTube as well. So talk to me, talk to me. Tracy, I see you with the 1. Tracy, I see you with the 1. Lori, Jay says 1. Healing Between Broken says 1 or 3. Yeah, absolutely. 1 or 3. Star Life says 1. Leo says 1. This is NQ. This is NQ. Yeah, this is NQ. So if you guys said 3, you guys would be absolutely cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow. I don't want this to be the last time that you see me because 1 is our key area of interest high. This is the highest point in our current bullish wave as of right now, right? As of right now, chat. So now we're going to do level 2. If you got cooked, no worries, right? This is M and Q, right? M and Q. Is M and Q. W's in the chat if you got 1. How many of you got that right? I seen a lot of 1s in there. W's in the chat if you got the 1. Let me see. Who got in there? Payley, appreciate the follow, right? Leo says yes. Leo is on the winning side here today. W's Healing Between Broken. I see you there, right? I see you guys. I see you guys. So W Star Life. Okay. I'd make sure if you cooked up today and didn't get cooked, right? If you didn't get cooked, go ahead and drop a W in the chat. W's for you guys, right? W's, you guys are learning. You guys are growing. That's what this is about. Now we're going to take it up to level 2, right? How many of you ready for level 2? Drop a yes in the chat if you're ready for level 2. Drop a yes in the chat if you're ready for level 2. Because now it gets a little bit harder, chat. It's easy to see the key area of interest high, but where is the key area of interest low? Healing Between Broken. I see you guys with the yes. All right, let's get it. You just get it. You guys said you're ready for level 2, so let's do it. Let's do it. Is our key area of interest low? I'm going to give you, not only am I going to give you more options, but this one is a little bit more difficult, right? Is it 1 here? Is it 2 here? Let's drag this over a little bit. Is it 3 here? Or is it 4 down here. Talk to me, chat. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? If you guys are just joining us up, we are playing our favorite game, Cook or Be Cooked, where you guys help me to identify our key area of interest high and our key area of interest low. Now, why this game is so important, especially identifying our key area of interest low right now, is because this is where the market structure would actually shift from being bullish to being bearish. And I need you to see when the market is shifting from being bullish to being bearish. It is very, very important. So if you're rocking with 1, you're saying, I'm rocking with 1 because 1 is rocking with me, drop the 1 in the chat. Team 1 loud and proud. If you're team 2 and you're saying 2 is my key area of interest low, drop it in the chat. If you're saying 3 and I'm locking in the 3, drop it in the chat. And if you're saying 4 is the only right answer, it can only be 4, drop the 4 in the chat. I want to see what you guys are out here repping. What are we repping, chat? Okay, Lori says 4, It's E-Man says 2, Star Life says 1, Ed says 1, Remise, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, right? Says 2, Brea says 1, Leo says 4. What we got, chat? What do we got? Drop it in there. Jacob says 1, Healing Between Broken 2, Vision Juju says 2, Adrian says 4. Welcome, Adrian. J Star says 4, Felix says 3, Leo says 4, Motive for Life says 2, Paley says 3. What we got, chat? Chat's going crazy, right? Chat's going crazy right now, right? Exclusive Zay says 3 or 4. Dakota says 2, right? King the Dre says 3. Okay. C Millie says 4, right? Jack says 3. Derek says 3. Madeline, appreciate the follow. Appreciate you following up. Okay, so what is the right answer, chat? Because guess what? You guys are not all on the same, okay, word, I said your name right. You guys are not all on the same team. You guys are not all on the same team. And you know what that means? That means some of you are absolutely cooked, chat. Cooked. I should be seeing 1 answer in the chat, but we're conflicted, chat. We're conflicted. So our key area of interest low. Let me go ahead and tell you guys who the first person is cooked, and then I'll tell you what the answer is. So if you guys said 1, you guys are absolutely cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow. That's not our key area of interest low. Why is that? Because it's not the lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high. Let me say it again. The lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high, chat. Talk to me. I want you guys to hear me because I'm just giving you a hint. So if you said 1, you guys are cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow. Now it's between 2, 3, and 4. What are we rocking with, chat? What are we rocking? If you're in here loud and proud, tell me what you're rocking with. Go ahead, stand beside it. Stand beside it. Destiny says 2. Day says 4. Benjamin says 2. That Pink Teggy says 4. Healing Between Broken says 2. Motive for Life, I keep saying motivate, says 2. 2 says Ed. J Star 2. C Millie says 2. Sohinko 4. Vision Juju says 2. Witwit says 4. Motive says 2. Baelo says 2. Erica is just on another planet today, chat. Somebody check on Erica, make sure she's all right. All right, Dominic says 3. Emery says 4. Bunk Star says 3. Am cooked. No worries if you're cooked, right? No worries if you get cooked. That's what this game is for. I see you guys. All right. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. If you guys said 4, you guys are absolutely cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow. Why is this important, chat? If you're waiting for the market to get all the way back down here and thinking that, okay, now once we break this low, we're bearish, you already missed the move. The move has already happened, chat. We have already shifted to being bearish, and you missed out because you didn't know where the market shifted at, right? You didn't know where the market shifted at. No worries. That's what this game is for. That's what I'm here for, so that you can learn when the market is shifting so that you can make money on it. How many of you want to make money on it? Drop a yes in the chat. Drop a yes in the chat, right? Drop a yes in the chat if you want to make money, right? You're not here just because you just want to be here and for good vibes. You're not here just because you want to see this handsome face. No, you're here because you want to learn how to make a little bit of money, right? You wouldn't be here if not. Right? So this is what you need to learn. You need to know when the market is shifting from being bullish to now being bearish. And you're going to know that because your key area of interest low is going to tell you, right? Your key area of interest low is going to tell you. So if you said 4, go ahead and drop a follow. I don't want this to be the last time that you see me, right? I need this to not be the last time that you see me. I want you to show up because we do this each and every day. And I want to make sure that you're not cooked. And no worries. If you guys got cooked on this, we're going to play this again. We're going to play this again. Don't worry, right? Don't worry. But now if you said 4, you got to choose between 2 or 3. You got to choose between 2 or 3, right? This is what we teach our VIP members. We were able to make money yesterday by seeing the lower time frame shift when the market was shifting from being bullish to now being bearish. Take a look at this, chat, right? Take a look. The market has shifted here. We had created a new high, right? We created a new high, then a higher low, then a higher high. I told the team in the VIP, once we get the market shift, I'm looking for a move to the downside. We broke through this level here. We retested up. We were able to catch this wave down simply because we understood that the market was shifting on our lower time frame. We were able to capitalize and make money off of that. How many of you were in the VIP yesterday and you saw that? How many of you were in the VIP yesterday and you guys saw that, right? If you want to join the VIP, make sure you DM me the word join, JOIN. I don't want you guys to miss out on these sessions. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're also on live on the weekend, reviewing what it is that happened in the previous week and what we can expect happen for the upcoming week, right? Based off of strict price action, right? DM me the word join, Leo. So if you want to, DM me the word join. DM me the word join. DM. Like direct message. That means click my profile and then send the word join there. And I'll send you guys a link so that you guys can join up. All right, chat. Talk to me now. What are we rocking with? Are we rocking with 2 or 3, chat? What is the answer? What is the answer? Should I give you guys a hint? Do you guys want the hint or you want the answer? Talk to me. Which one you guys want? Which one you guys want? You want a hint or you want the answer, chat? What we got? What we got? Because somebody's about to be cooked. Oh my goodness, you're cooked. You are cooked. Let me see. Okay, so you said, I see an answer. One person said answer. Question. Ask a question if you have it. Okay, answer. Everybody saying answer. Everybody wants to know who's cooked or be cooked, right? Nobody wants to the anticipation is killing you. You want to know if you're cooked or not, right? All right, I got you. What we got in the chat? Real quick, last time, what are you rocking with? Are you team 2 or are you team 3? Say it loud and proud in the chat. Let me see what we got. Leo says 3. Lloyd says 2. Ed says 2. Lee, Tapia, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Says 3. Bunkstar says 3. Let me know. Felix says 2. Healing Between Broken says 2. Jack says 3. Moto for Life says 2. 2 says Caesar. Dakota says 2. I'm weak in learning. Okay, word. A week into learning. W's, right? W's for being here, right? All right. Talk to me. All right, it's between 2 and 3. It's between 2 and 3. If you said 2, you guys are absolutely correct because 3s, you are cooked. You're cooked. 3. If you said 3, go ahead and drop a follow right now because I don't want this to be the last time that you see me. I don't want it to be the last time that you see me. Why is it 2, chat? Why is it 2? I told you our key area of interest low is the lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high. Well, Kai, what was our previous high? Our previous high was right here, chat. Guess what? When we pushed above to create this high at our key high, that is what started the move for the break of our previous high. Is that making sense? Okay, let me give you a little hint here because you guys are a little confused. I got you. No worries, right? How do you mark this out? If you go from your previous high to your current high and you drag this box all the way down, guess what? It's going to be the lowest point inside of the box. The lowest point inside of the box. W's in the chat if you guys got that right. W's in the chat if you guys got that right. Talk to me. Make sense? Drop a yes in the chat if this is making sense to you, right? I see the W's. I see you. I see you, 2s, right? I see you, 2s. Now, 2s, talk to me. What happens if we break through 2? What happens? Because there's somebody in the chat right now that they're like, well, why is this so important? Why are we playing this game? What does that matter? If about 2, what is the key area of interest low? What does that mean, right? What happens if we actually break through that? What happens? Break of structure is not what I'm looking for. Healing Between Broken, absolutely right. Got to pin this in the chat, right? A market shift. That is when the market is shifting from being bullish to now being technical bearish, right? And if this market shifted to being bearish on this 15-minute time frame, talk to me, chat, real quick. Would we be looking for continuation trades or corrective structure trades? Will we be looking for corrective structure trades or continuation trades? W's Healing Between Broken. And you've been here for a long time now, right? I'm glad that you're learning. You're starting to put this together. I seen you. You was right on both of them. You was right on both of them. Talk to me, right? Talk to me. Expose FX. So this guy says, so little, it's absurd. How was I able to scale to $1.1 million in funding, not once, but twice, using the same step-by-step system that I'm teaching you guys here today? Why wasn't we able to make money yesterday in our VIP? If I like, hold on. Need I say more? Like, this is something that I do every single day over the past 6 years. And I've only learned this because I've been journaling my trades over the past 6 years, chat. We've been journaling our trades over the past 6 years. So if you want the step-by-step blueprint along with this trading journal, this is my gift to you guys. DM me the word ACE. That's ACE. What does ACE stand for? It stands for A, anticipation, C, confirmation, and E, execution. This is what I do every single day, right? We hop on the markets every single day and go through the same step-by-step checklist. So if we were changing from being in a bullish trend to now being in a bearish trend on our 15-minute time frame, we would be looking for a continuation trade, right? Why is that? Because it's continuing in the direction of our larger time frame, which on the 4-hour is technical bearish, right? We are technical, and you guys told me in this wave we're in a technical bearish market structure, right? So if we were to flip on our 15-minute time frame, that was where we would be looking for a possible continuation. Well, what do we know about our continuation trades? These are going to be our A+ setups, right? Our A+ setups. Why is that? Because they oftentimes give us more volume, and they have typically a higher risk to reward because they continue in the direction of what your larger time frame is directing you. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Talk to me. I gotta block you, my boy. I gotta block you. There's always gonna be haters, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Matter of fact, Expose FX. Go on live and just teach this then. Go on live. Instead of coming to my live to try to interrupt what we got going on here, go on your live and preach what you got to preach. But at the end of the day, I'm getting results. I'm helping my team get results. And by the end of this, everybody is learning how to use their EYES, right? So you can talk, but talk is cheap. You got to show me, player. You got to show me. You feel me? All right, so let's get into it. That's enough of that, right? That's enough of that because I don't really get into all of that. You know what I mean? I don't really get into all of that. So in terms of this here today, what am I looking for? Well, if we break through this low down here, then that will be looking for a continuation trade, and we can target larger time frame areas of interest. We have clean price action down back here to this 29,000, relatively solid whole number. 29,000 right here. It's really like 29.18, right? We can see that move down to 29.18. If we break through 29.18, we do have very, very clean price action to the downside here. First resistance is going to be at 28.9, let's say 28.900, right? 28.900. You guys know I love my solid whole numbers, right? Solid whole numbers. Absolutely. So that's what I would be looking for. Now, chat, talk to me. Based on our current market structure, which one is more likely that we break through? Is it more likely that we break through the high, or is it more likely that we break through the low? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. Is it more likely that we break through the high or the low? The EYES, yeah, the EYES is the best indicator, chat. How many of you know what the EYES indicator is? Talk to me. How many of you know what the EYES indicator is? Talk to me, right? That's these right here. That's these, the eyes. Somebody just went to their chart right now and said EYES indicator. Let me see. I need that. Somebody just said that, right? And it would be more likely to break through the high. Now, why is this, chat? Let's clear this up. Even though we're starting to see a slow, low volume and prices pushing down, technically the market has not shifted to being bearish yet. That doesn't mean that the market can't come down to break through this low, because if it breaks through this low, that's what's going to shift our market structure. But based on our current price action, we're still creating higher highs and higher lows. So we're still in a technical bullish wave. So we would anticipate that it's more likely to break through the high than it would be to break through the low. Now, what is this high? Well, this high specifically is at that 29,200 solid whole number. What do we know about the 29,200? Well, if we zoom out here to our daily time frame, 29,200 was an area that price has struggled to break through in the past. Look at this 29,200 reaction, right? Look at the reaction that we've had off of 29,200 in the past. Not once. Look at the move from here. We tapped into 29,200, impulse to move up. Tapped into 29,200, impulse to move up. Tapped in again, impulse to move up. Broke through, retested it, and then broke through with a bunch of volume. Tapped in again, tapped in again. So what is 29,200? It is a strong area where we could potentially see a pivot off of, right? So now let's put all of this together. If 29,200 is a strong area that we can actually see a pivot off of, right? If we see that it's a pivot, he said, you really just called me out. Then what can we see here? Well, it may be likely that we come down and break through this low and then see a steeper move to the downside. That could offer us a nice continuation, but that's if somebody drop in the chat. That's if we actually break through the key area of interest low, chat. That's if, right? So as of right now, we treat this as a bullish market structure, but a corrective bullish market structure, which we know are low, slower volume and typically short term, right? Low, slow volume, short term, right? So that's what we are looking at currently. So it depends on how the pendulum is going to swing on our 9:30 open. And remember, we don't have any news for this entire week. So everything is going to be strictly price action based. We don't have any fundamentals that's going to drive this here, right? We don't have any expected fundamentals because, you know, Trump could tweet at any given moment and the market could completely, you know, dump or fucking skyrocket, right? But as of right now, we don't have any expected fundamentals that could drive this market here. And if you guys like what you're learning here, this is what we teach in our VIP. If you want to see me execute in real time, you want to see the trades that I'm taking, you want to get, you know, the step-by-step analysis of how I'm actually executing on these moves, DM me the word join. I'll send you the link so that you guys can join up in our VIP. I don't want you guys to miss out on these sessions. If you feel like you're getting value out of this, imagine what it would be like if you could actually see this executed in real time. How do I utilize patience? How do I anticipate what the market is doing? How do I get my confirmation? These are all things that our VIP members are learning. So in terms of this here today, chat, we anticipate either a break back above this area of interest, or we wait for this 29,100 low to get broken. I'll look for a retest of 29,100. We'll look for that 29,000 target level, and then potentially down into the 28,900 area. Chat, is that making sense? Drop a yes if that's making sense. Caught a banger trade yesterday. Absolutely. Are your lives recorded? Yes, they are. If you guys want to join, DM me the word join. So you got to send me a direct message, click on my page, DM the word join, and then you guys will be able to join, right? Is this making sense, right? Is this making sense? How would you enter? You gotta, okay, Y28, hold on, which stock are we reviewing? Oh man, a lot of questions here. Okay, so we're looking at M&Q right now. There's 5 traders here. Erica is on 10. Erica says she's trying to find her one. Let me see. Teacher Foodie, if you want to join, just direct message me. You got to click on my profile. That's like click on the little picture and then send me a message, join. I'll send you the link so that you guys can join up. Angela, you as well. You as well, Angela. All right, so let's get into a next asset. What do we want to look at, chat? Do we want to look at the ES, the YM, or gold? Talk to me. ES, YM, or gold? What y'all want to look at? Do you live trade at all? Yes, we live trade. We live trade in our VIP. That's where we go live and trade, actually. Mackenzie says gold. Since you're the first one that says something, we will take a look at gold. Then we'll look at ES, guys. We'll take a look at gold, then we'll look at ES. All right, so let's take a look at what gold is doing here. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to go through our step-by-step system that we go through each and every day, right? We go through each and every day. First thing, there's somebody who's new right here who doesn't know what we're going through, so let's break it down, right? So why do we trade 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., chat? What happens at this time? What happens at this time, chat? Talk to me. Talk to me. What happens at this time? Because there's somebody new here. We got a little each one teach one policy, right? Mackenzie Delight says volume New York session is open. Absolutely. What happens when the New York session opens? That's when the big boys, i.e. the banks, step into the markets. Now, when the banks step into the markets, that's when the volume starts to come. We seen this happen yesterday with the NASDAQ, right? So that's what we want to do. Now we're going to check that off. Then we typically are going to look at my FX book for any news events for the session. Again, if you want this step-by-step checklist along with my trading journal, DM me the word join. I'll send you the link after we get done so that you guys can go ahead and you guys can have this. This is my gift to you guys, right? So then we're going to check that off. We don't got any news events. Then we got to identify our 4-hour direction or the overall trend. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. So talk to me, chat. What wave are we currently in on our 4-hour time frame? Are we in a bullish or bearish wave, chat? Appreciate the follow, Mac. Mars, appreciate the follow. Mackenzie, appreciate you guys following. Hey, look, if you guys are following me, take a look. We got 144 on you right here, right? Just about a month ago, you guys got me to 5,000 followers. We are literally, I think, probably like 100 followers away from hitting 6K. I'm not going to lie to you. W's in the chat for everybody who's been following. I absolutely appreciate you guys who have been following us up, right? I absolutely appreciate you guys. We're about to hit 6K. 6K, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? Appreciate you guys, right? After I join, do you help me set up with a prop firm? Absolutely. I'll help you set up, Andy. I'll help you set up. So, Isaac says bearish. E-Man says bear. Mackenzie says bear. Jasad says bear, or J Sad. JSAT or Jasad? I'm sorry. Says bearish, healing between broken, bearish, bullish. I see some bullish in there. Corrective wave. Spartan says bull. If you guys said bearish, you guys are absolutely correct. Now, why is this a bearish market structure? Well, price created a high, created a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, chat. Then we created a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. Then we broke through that, created a low, making this a false breakout or a fake out, right? And then we got a lower high and then a lower high and then a lower low. So we are still in a technical bearish market structure. Somebody drop until we break through this 4,109 level, right? Until we break through this 4,109 level, we are still in a technical bearish market structure. Now let's take a look at our 15-minute time frame, because this is the next thing that we need to do, right? We need to identify our 4-hour, we just did, and now we got to identify our 15-minute direction, right? So on our 15-minute direction, what is that doing? Let's take a look here. What we got going on, chat? What we got going on? Are we in a technical bullish market structure? Are we in a technical bearish market structure here, chat? Talk to me. Talk to me. Where are we in? We're in a bullish or bearish market structure. You do an amazing job. Thank you. I absolutely appreciate that. Healing between broken. I absolutely appreciate that. So are we in a bullish or bearish market structure, chat? Are we bullish or bearish on this 15-minute time frame? Talk to me, all right? I see Name says bear, healing between broken, bullish. Lloyd says bullish. Teacher Foodie says bullish or bear. Tay says bullish. Isaac says bullish. Spartan says bear. Mackenzie says bull, bear, bull, bear, bull. You guys are conflicted. You guys don't know what's going on. Well, some of you do. Half of you don't. All right. It's okay. We're in a technical bullish market structure. Now, why is that? Because prices created higher highs. It created a high here, higher low, higher high, higher low. And this I count as all one move. This to me is not a pullback. This is all one move, right? All one move, right? So now what we got to do is we got to play our game, chat. This is where we get to play our game. This is where we get to play our game. Cook or be cooked, chat. Where is our key area of interest high? Is it one here? Hold on. My keyboard has to connect. All right. One here. There. Two here. Or three here. Where is our key area of interest high, chat? This is the highest point in the market structure in our wave, right? Talk to me. Where's our key high? Where's our key high? I see Jay says one, Tay says one, Mr. J says one, Star Life says one, Brea says one says Bielo, Star Life says one, Blue Nova, one, Spartan one, Lee says one, Ethan says one, Uno says Mackenzie, dropping the Spanish in there. I see you with the Uno. Name says one, Lloyd, Kulu says one, Prince says one. Good morning, Pretty Money. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ethan says one, Healing Between Broken says one. You guys are absolute stars. You guys are absolute stars. W's in the chat. One is our key area of interest high, chat. W's in the chat for everybody that said one, right? W's in the chat for everybody that said one. You guys are absolutely right. That's what I like to see. I like to see you guys all on the same team with the right answer, right? It would be different if y'all was on the same team with the wrong answer, but at least we could all agree, right? At least you could all agree, right? But W's in the chat for you guys, right? W's, right? You guys are learning. You guys are growing. Now we're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to level 2, chat. We're going to level 2. Yep, level 2. You guys got to tell me where our key area of interest low is. This is very important. Why it's important is because our key area of interest low is the lowest point that, if broken, would shift our market structure from being bullish to now being bearish, right? From bullish to now being bearish. So let's do this here, chat. Talk to me. Talk to me. Where is our key area of interest low? Is it 1 here? Would it be 2 here? Or would it be 3 here? One more. And hold on, let me get this one out the way. 4 here, chat. What we got? What we got? What we rocking with, chat? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Why 1? Why 1? Because I'm assuming you're talking about our key area of interest high. It's the highest point in our current bullish wave that you guys told me, right? It's the highest point in our current bullish wave that you guys told me. Talk to me. All right, so let's see what we got here. Andy says 2, Mackenzie says 2, Brea says 2, Guest says 4, King Emma says 2, Healing Between Broken 2, E-Man 2, Tay 2, Poncho 2, Spartan 2, Lee 4, Bealo 2 Star Life, Wayna, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, says 2, Kulu says 2, Wayna says 4, excuse me there. Teacher says 2, Kulu 2, Team 2 says Isaac, Star Life says 2, Ethan says 4. What we got, chat? What we got? What we got? What was the question? Our key area of interest low, the lowest point that actually starts the change of character or a change in trend direction. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Find out on your next episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right. No, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I couldn't help myself. All right. What is the answer? If you guys said 1, which I don't think I've seen any ones, you guys would have been absolutely cooked. If you thought 1 and didn't put it in the chat, you still are cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow, right? I don't want this to be the last time that you guys see me. And we are on target to hitting 6,000 followers, hopefully by the end of the week. If we could get it today, there's 136 of you on. So if all 136 of you are following, I know most of you are already following, but chances are that you're just joining up here and you're seeing us, you're enjoying the game, you're getting the value, you're interacting with us. Go ahead and drop a follow. We do this every day. We do this every single day, right? Well, Monday through Friday. Let me be clear. Monday through Friday. All right, Poncho, appreciate the follow. So now, chat, what is the answer? What are we rocking with? If you guys are on team 1, it's between team 2, 3, or 4 now. You have to choose 2, 3, or 4. Sorry, you are the weakest link. Talk to me. Talk to me. We had 11K likes, right? I absolutely appreciate you guys liking up the stream, right? I appreciate the follow, Wayna. Appreciate the follow, SOS. It's like a teacup, SOS, and American flag. Appreciate you guys following it up. So what we got here? Ethan says 4, G says 3, Ethan says 4 again, Poncho says 2, Kulu says 2, Angel says 4, Tay says 4, Benjamin says 2, J Star says 2, Ethan 4, Will 4, Ethan's doubling down on the 4, quadrupling down on the 4. Do I give you guys a hint or do I tell you guys the answer, right? Do I give you a hint? Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint for anybody who might be confused. This was our previous high, right? I'm just gonna draw it out. I'm just gonna draw it out because there's somebody who just can't really see it. This was our move. This was our move, chat. So talk to me. What we working with? Pretty Money, I appreciate the heart me, and CG304, I appreciate the shard of hope. The shard of hope. I appreciate that. I'm late. What are we talking about? Our key area of interest low, the area in which the market shifts from being bullish to now being technical bearish. All right, so Benjamin says 2, G says 4, team 2, Felix says 2, Mackenzie says 2. All right. It broke past the high, so the trend changes. When it breaks past the key area of interest low, that's when our trend changes, right? All right, what is our answer? If you guys said 4, you guys are absolutely cooked. Go ahead and drop a follow if you're not following currently. You guys are cooked. I'm so sorry to tell you, right? But this is important because I don't want you to miss. The shift would have already happened. I don't want you to miss the move thinking that price is coming all the way back down here, or for price to come all the way back down here and you think, oh, you know what? Let's take a buy off of this because it hasn't shifted yet and we can go all the way back up. And then the market takes you out and you're wondering to yourself, well, why the heck did the market continue to go down, right? I don't want you to miss that. Whole time, us in our VIP, we're already capitalizing on the way to the downside. We're already capitalizing because we've seen the market shift, right? We've seen the market shift. So in terms of that, now it's between 2 and 3, chat. It's between 2 and 3, chat. Where is this? I'm going to give you the hint. Our key area of interest low is the lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high. Let me say that one more time, a little bit slower. The lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high. Where is that at, chat? And VIPers, you guys should all be having the right answer here. Let me see what we got. J Star, I see you with the 2, Ethan 2. Our VIPers should know this, right? You guys know this because we go through it. We do the reps. We do the reps in the VIP, right? If you guys want to join the VIP, DM me the word join, JOIN, send me a direct message, click the picture on my page, send me a message, join. I'll send you guys the link, right? Isaac says team 2. Isaac's in the VIP. Isaac's in the VIP. All right, just in case anybody want to change their answers, all right? So talk to me, chat. If you guys said team 3, you are absolutely cooked. Why? Because that is not our key area of interest low. Our key area of interest low is the lowest point that started the move for the break of our previous high. Look at the reaction that we're now starting to get off of our key area of interest low here. You can see as price crept down to our key area of interest low, where the market would actually shift, we are getting now a push up. We retested this level, and now you can see the bullish reaction that we're getting. This is not to say that price can't break through the low. It's just saying that if it was going to go up, this is the lowest point that it could go, which is down here, right? Because what happens at 2, chat? What happens at 2? Isaac, you're in the VIP. You know what happens at 2. What happens here? Cooked. How many of you chefed it up? How many of you got cooked? Right? How many of you got cooked? It's okay if you got cooked, right? That's what this is for. That's what this is for, right? How many of y'all chefed it up? How many of you chefed it up? Talk to me. A change of character. You're absolutely right. Market shift, change of character, right? No worries, no worries. No worries if you guys got cooked. If you guys chefed it up, W's in the chat for you guys, right? W's in the chat. So, in terms of this here, this is our key area of interest low, right? Our market structure is technical bullish on our 15 minute. It's technical bearish on our 4 hour. What type of trade are we looking for? Are we looking for a continuation trade or a corrective structure trade? First of all, are we looking for buys or sells? Before we even get into continuation versus corrective, are we looking for buys or are we looking for sells? Currently, based on our market structure. Keyword currently, right? Talk to me. What we got, chat? Are we looking for buys or are we looking for sells? Based on our market structure currently, which 15-minute bullish, 4 hour bearish. Which one are we looking for? So Ethan says buy, J Star says sell, Island Boy says buy, Poncho says sell, Love Yana. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I appreciate you following up here, right? I'm late, Suffy. So no worries, Suffy. It's all good, right? It's all good. We still love you. You know what I mean? All right. Ethan says I change. Mr. What'd you say, Ethan? Ethan says sell. Did you say sell at first, Ethan? Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Our 15-minute time frame is technical bullish. So until the market shifts, somebody say until, we're still looking only for buys, right? We're still looking only for buys. So which one is more likely to get broken, chat? Is it more likely that we break through the high, or is it more likely that we break through the low, being that we are in a 15-minute bullish market structure, right? Remember that keyword, bullish market structure. And there's some clues as well as to why we could potentially see a steeper move to the upside, which I'll get into here in a second. I said buy first. You should have said stuck with, hey, look, my mom always tells me stick with your first mind, right? Stick with your first mind. That's what my mom always say, right? So remember that next time you question yourself or doubt yourself, anybody, right? You feel me? All right. It's more likely that we break through the high simply because the market structure is currently bullish. Now, there's also some clues that could lead us to believe that, hey, look, we might see a steeper move to the upside. Again, this is all about probabilities. This is a probabilities game here. When I was in high school, I took AP statistics, and statistics is all about probabilities. That's all it was at, right? So I did good. Let's just to say the least. I did good at AP stat. Now, in terms of this here, we got an impulsive move up, which is a strong high volume move to the upside with a low, slow corrective structure to the downside. Well, how do you know that, Kai? Simply because we can look at how long it took for each move. To get this move to the upside here, it took approximately 2 hours and 45 minutes. To go from this high to where we're at currently, it's taken 6 hours and 15 minutes. That means it's taken so much longer to push down, not even the full way. We're talking about almost about 50%, a little over 50%, let's say about 60% of the move to the downside. It's taken, not only is it taking longer, right, to push down, but it's going real slow. It's going pretty slow. So that leads us to believe that, hey, potentially we can see another impulsive move following this corrective wave right here. Is that making sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that's making sense to you guys, right? Drop a yes in the chat if that's making sense to you. I appreciate the follow, right? FMG, appreciate the follow. Paid, appreciate the follow. Javorn, I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I apologize, 100%. Ethan says kinda. Island Boy says yes. Kulu says no. Okay, I got you guys. Let's just take a look at this here, right? The market is pushing up pretty aggressively. Can we agree on that? Was this a pretty strong move up? Yes or no? Right? Is this a pretty strong move up? Yes or no? That's all I need to see right now. Yes or no? Ethan says yes. Okay. Pretty Money says yes. Poncho says yes. Healing Between Broken says yes. Kulo says yes. Okay. We can agree with that. We can agree there. All right. So I haven't lost anybody yet. Okay. When we pushed up, we have been creating higher highs and higher lows. Yes or no? We've been creating higher highs and higher lows. Yes or no? Talk to me. Higher highs or higher lows? Yes or no? Yes, right? Okay, we have been creating higher highs and higher lows. Okay, cool. The market structure is bullish. We can already agree on that, right? That's how we know the market structure is bullish, because it's creating higher highs and higher lows. All right, boom. So is it more likely that we create a lower low and a lower high, or a higher high and higher low based off of what the market is telling us? We're creating higher highs and higher lows. That's what you guys just told me. So which one is more likely? If you had to be a betting person, is it more likely that we create and continue creating higher highs and higher lows, or is it more likely that the market decides to shift and create lower lows and lower highs, right? It's more likely, exactly, that we create higher highs and higher lows, right? Because the market is telling us that we're creating higher highs and higher lows, and we're bullish, right? That's it. That's it right there. Stop right there. Boop. Stop. Put a pin in it. All right. Cool. So it's more likely that we break through this high than it would be for us to break through this low. Why is that? Because if we break through this low, now we've created a lower low. Not to be confused that we can't, right? Not to be confused that we can't. But in terms of a probabilities perspective, it is more likely that we break through the high, right? It's more likely just based off of that. Right? Depends on if Trump posts or not. We can't do with what Trump is doing or not. We can't talk about that, right? We can only go based off of what it is that we got, right? We can only go based off of what it is that we got. So in terms of this here, it is more likely that we break through the high than it is for us to break through the low. That's it, right? That's it. And not to say, again, that we can't break through this low, but if we do, that actually shifts our market structure and we can see a steeper move to the downside. But as of right now, until that happens, I'm only looking for buys. Drop a yes in the chat if that's making sense. Drop a yes in the chat if that's making sense real quick. As long as I'm not losing anybody there, we can all agree we can move on. Okay. Right. Okay. Cool. Now we can glad we cleared that up. Right. So in terms of this market structure here today, I would anticipate, okay, what is the market doing? The first thing that you want to see is what our 930 does. If 930 opens up, it can have the volume to shift this market structure. But as of right now, I would be looking for a possible continuation move up to 4,086. Now, what would I be looking for in terms of a confirmation? I would come down here to my 5-minute time frame, and I would want to see, because as of right now, we're on a technical corrective structure. We're creating lower lows and lower highs on this 5-minute time frame here. So I would want to see a lower low or a higher high and a higher low get formed on the 5-minute time frame. That would be my confirmation at this area here after this change of character on the lower time frame, to then get that continuation to the upside, similar to what we seen happen yesterday for the move that we seen here. I was telling the team that, hey, look, based on our lower time frame, right, because we were on the 1 minute with it, price over here, just look at this example, price had created a high, a low high, a relatively equal high, then it was a lower low, a lower high, retest, and then a steeper move to the downside. The market structure has shifted. So when we were looking at our session yesterday, I was telling them the same thing. I want to see price create a high, higher low, higher high, then it came down and created a lower low, market structure shift. We've seen this retest. We were able to capitalize on this move to the downside back into the 2900s, right? Back into the 29,000s, excuse me, right? Simply because we were anticipating the market to go down after that shift. So we do want to see a shift. And when we're on lower volume days like this week is, right, we don't have a ton of volume. That's when we typically want to dial down to our even smaller time frame. So that's going to be my 5-minute and my 1 minute, right? As of right now, the market, look at this reaction off of this key area of interest low here that we talked about here earlier, right? Look at how price reacted as it crept down to this areas just since we've been on, right? We was marking our key area of interest high and our key area of interest low. This is a bullish market structure. You guys told me it was more likely that we break through our high than it would be for us to break through our low. But since this 29,200 is a strong resistance, we could see a flip. But as of right now, the market is just confirming that we are technical bullish, right? So I want you guys to be able to understand how to read price action. That's what this is for, right? So if you guys do want to join our VIP, this is where we actually trade live and we execute live with our team. You guys can DM me the word join. That's JOIN. Don't send the picture or the sticker or whatever. Send the actual word join, right? Send the word join. And I'll make sure that you guys get the link to join us up. If you do want the Ace Trader checklist where I go through step-by-step checklist, it actually goes through how we modify our trade, how we enter our trade, how we exit it. We just simply hop on here and we mark out our A, anticipation, but the C and the E, the confirmation and the execution, we do in our VIP, right? The confirmation and the execution I teach you guys in the VIP. So again, if you guys want to learn how we're putting this full step-by-step system together, DM me the word join so you guys can join our VIP. But if you want this Ace Trader checklist along with my trading journal, I've been journaling my trades for the past 4 years, right? This dates back to what's the 9th month? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So September of 2022, I've been journaling my trades, right? And this is how I've been learning from the mistakes that I've been making. I was getting in on all the false breakouts. I was getting in on the early entries. I wasn't waiting for my candle confirmation. These are mistakes that were actually costing me money, right? It was costing me money, and I don't want it to cost you guys money. So that's why we do this each and every day. My name is Kyrien Idlebird. You guys have been an absolute pleasure to be on with. This is for the Culture FX, and this is what I wish I had when I first started trading. I wish I had somebody to actually walk me through this, because it wouldn't have taken me as long to become profitable. It took me 2.5 years to become profitable. And for some of you, you may have been unprofitable for much longer. Some of you may see profitability much shorter, but you will learn better if you have somebody who's already gone through, who's already done the reps, giving you the exact blueprint to follow in order to get the results. And I've been able to scale not over to $1.1 million in funding, not once, but twice, right? Utilizing this. And I started with just $123, right? In 2020, I told myself, or 2022, right? I told myself, look, I got my last $500. I put it into an account and I said, Big G.O. That's what I call God. I said, Big G.O., look, this is my last 500. If this doesn't work out, I'm done. I'm done trading. I'm getting a job. Straight up. I said, I'm done and I'm getting a job. Lie to you not. That was back when challenges, you only had 30 days to pass them. And you had to make 10% on phase one, like 8% on phase two with the Forex, right? But you only had 30 days, right? Lied to you not, chat. I'm down 7% on my last day. I woke up that morning, took another trade, 1% loss. I said, you know what? I'm about to just stop it here. I went to sleep. It just so happened it was an NFP Friday. I remember it like it was yesterday, chat. I remember it like it was yesterday. Matter of fact, I could show you the trade, right? I could show you the trade. Where was we at? I think, well, I have to go back through. It's in here though. I promise you it's in here. And I'm like, look, Big Geo, I need this. I woke up. I said, you know what? Let me see. I took one trade. I lied to you not. And I full poured it. It was my last day. I was going to lose the account. And I was going to have to get a job. I said, look, I ain't got nothing else to lose, right? I ain't got nothing else to lose. I put it on there, passed the account with that day. I'm talking, I made 17% in one trade off of an NFP volume. I said, oh my goodness. In the fourth hour, right? In the fourth hour, in the fourth quarter, I'm talking buzzer beater. We passed. Right? We passed. We was able to pass. And because of that, right? Because of that, I'm here today. I was able to take over $10,000 in payouts on that account until the firm shut down and they're opening back up. So I'm going to be able to get that 100K in funding again. I want you to know that it can happen for you, right? Don't give up. You have what it takes to be a profitable trader. You have what it takes to be successful, right? When it gets tough, stay in there. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I was able to travel outside the country for the first time because of trading. And it would not have happened if I would have given up, right? It would not have happened if I would have given up. So this is my little bit of message to you, right? To you guys that look, stay in it, stay locked in. You guys can do it. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And if you want to join our VIP and you want to learn directly from me, you want to get more lessons like this, DM me the word join. I'll send it to you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay blessed by the best. Peace. Peace, chat. Peace. If you're on YouTube here, I got you. I'll send you the link here so that you guys can join up on YouTube here. I'm going to send you guys the link over real quick, because I know you guys are on YouTube. Some of you are on YouTube. Others of you a lot of you are on TikTok. So I'll make sure for my YouTube people, right? For my YouTube-ish fear people, I'll make sure I get you guys right here real quick. Here you go. I'll make sure that you guys have this, so you guys can choose to join up if you want. This is where you guys will be able to join the VIP, and then I'll send you the link for the Ace Trader method. So we'll do that there. We'll do that there. I got you guys there. Make sure that you guys get this here. Right there. Let's go. I'll send you guys that, and then you guys are all set. Boom. Catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy.